our communities. Please, I'm begging you. How many of you are on Facebook? Huh? Kusomera computer. Facebook is like Lake Victoria. If you go there to swim, you are going to swim. If you go there to fish, you are going to what? If you want to drone, you will what? So Facebook, if you want pornography, it's there. You want news, it's what? Go on Facebook and create friends. I've got like 50 friends from Facebook I've never met. We exchange ideas. They are online magazines. You don't pay anything like a pen, but you receive updates every after 5 minutes. Actually, I always encourage leaders in schools that students should be allowed to be on social media during the weekends. Because the moment you don't allow them, they will find a way of getting. When you read his book, Roots from My Grandfather, he clearly states that her mom had no money to pay her school fees in international schools in Indonesia. So her mom would wake him up at 4 a.m. every morning to study. And Barack Obama would grumble. Mama when Mugamba, you bastard, you think I'm here on a picnic? Before becoming the US president, Obama was living in a 2-bedroom house in Chicago. Now he occupies the biggest house on this planet. You can also do it. Don't tell me because you're broke or your singer is broke, you can also be what? You will Museveni here. Yatugamba ekyamuganda okujjako okuzina bamulinnya ebigere mu disco. Katalinanga. Aniko Uganda omaite kusoma Uganda gye. Now sente zoteza Uganda zana. My favorite, President Paul Kagame was raised in a refugee camp in Chad. But now he's the president what? When he's traveling to Uganda, all the roads are open. You can also do it. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison. But because deep in him he had a burning desire to liberate blacks in South Africa, he made it. The people I've just mentioned, they have one uniqueness. They have the inner feeling that I can also do. Mumanyi mu Rwanda, the late Rwanda. Mumanyi mu Rwanda yali Pascal, ekatuku white pub. Yes, he was an askari there guarding, but deep in him he was saying, transition from here I'm going to another one. Someone I respect so much. How many of you are Catholics here? Mumanyi Papa Francis? Yes. Well, you're number one. Mukimanyi yali askari, yaliko bouncer. Yes! He was a bouncer at the night club. I'm getting operation. The world is number one. From a bouncer to what? So the message in it, don't despise jobs. During the holidays, do everything that you can do that can bring you what? Money. And important, there is a new culture in Uganda where the youth don't want to work. You think you're so important, you carry smartphones. Hopeless. The moment you carry a smartphone, you must also be smart. Chivinyo upata smartphone nga authority. In Uganda, we don't value jobs. But I'm not telling you that maliri zangu okola buli mulimo gonna. Kola mulimo nga ukutuusa ku kiki. Mumanyi Lionel Messi? Mumanyi oyo, tumeza kutambula. Mumanyi Israel Lionel Messi? Lionel Messi yabeeranga ku kyalo nga apakasa nga sente zaafuna agenda okutraininga omuki. Here is the world's number one. Okusasula sente, isn't it? Don't despise jobs. Nsekashumba nasubola kame. Mumanya me. In my P7 park. And I remember one day the tatawi had hired Yafia in Wama. Yetusula kutundubali nga tukoze. So when you see me driving the latest SUV to Gama to Yabisangawa. Museveni spent 4 years in the bush. I need to go 20 years. So start where you are. Nazima Poma Settlement. Nazima Pogolobi Flats. n'azimba Bukoto Flats, n'azimba embassies, 16 embassies abroad. Brussels, London, New York, Washington, Ethiopia. That's the Germany. The president of Uganda, Mutalabanga Mutera idiot in Gambia, oh my God. Actually, relationship planning, Twagalo Kutukina Idi Amin in Uganda. I bet my hand. Njagala omuntu omwanda ekintu kimu gavumenti kyezimbi in 28 years. Nothing. Nambola stadium government of China ekizimbi. Foreign affairs, government of China. President's office, office of president mwatuula, government of China ekikola. Now they're telling us to be in it. I think we'll move forward. We don't know who to help. You have to be covered, stand up and defend this country of ours. This country belongs to all of us. Not a few vampires who think this country is there. You know why they don't care about you? When they fall sick, they fly to London. You know why? They don't care about you. You know that every day, 16 mothers, you know that? And you see that Konyam, Ogutaban. I feel it never happened to Azal, Nazi. Then when you walk with us in Average, it's the same. I can't get off of frequency or Lala. Wanga, you know, Quays and our going to fool. Come on, Nandi with it. We are a Simafrica. What are we getting? I just don't know. What you know? You know, I can't become a executive lady. So when I'm making and saying about please pursue your dream. You can also do it. Each year I'm very honest with each other. I want to go through a symbol. We're very honest with each other. Each other. Tokwana mkwano lokuba oli muganda okwana abati abaganda. When it working, give a chori, but go alaba nyankole fena. We are one people. Oboli munyankole, oboli muganda, oboli musoga fena tukalinga passport eri the Republic of Uganda. Not the Republic of Ankole or Uganda. Finally, now I hear their schemes to change our national anthem. Our flag, coat of arms, hopeless. They don't change the national anthem to attract twice. That's a lie. That's a lie. I'm going to become my favorite. We have been up for president in 45 planes. Got to fly in London, Italy, and Dubai. Got to swing in your name. And you know, can get twin a Uganda president Mwakulaji. Abanyarwanda bava in 1990 by Rwanda Air. They're flying again to Dubai, South Africa, and Nigeria. We flew from Dubai to Kigali in Nigeria. The moment the plane flies, they go to the airport in Arabia, advertising that country. Christina Chitran, no much to exporting Uganda. Never will have to send Uganda flag, coat of arms. As long as Ugandans don't see a change in their lives, you are wasting your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Yeah, we are having Mr. Ronald the very few minutes wind up and we conclude our debate. Mr. Ronald, please take the floor.
Yeah, thank you very much, our author. We are here to launch his book, but also further the spirit of the conversation which he has started. And honestly speaking, they forgot to add that I was asked by a friend of mine 2 hours ago, Mr. Arnito Rugendo, to come and stand in for him here and pass on his message. So it will be indiscipline if I stood here in my own capacity and delivered my own opinions. But it's also hard to resist the temptation of commenting about Mr. Gashumba's submissions. Because much as I'm not an apologist of our education system, I tend to believe that is the essence of having a debate. And he has very well given us a cocktail of a number of things that can either inspire you to leave school or stay in school and complete. But I have good news for those of us who are students and you are still in school. Let me build a case for those of us who are dreaming to be doctors, to be engineers, accountants, and the rest of the professions that Mr. Frank Gashumba was in a way demonizing. It is very true that when you fall sick, you definitely, it doesn't matter how much money you have, but you cannot get the prescription from Dr. Wavamuno. Professor Wavamuno now? Yes. So it would be sad to die with money of a small disease like cough or flu. So it's very valid that if you are dreaming to be a doctor, to be an engineer, yes, go ahead and dream. Now, Mr. Gashumba, of course, is furthering the debate that we are having, whether we should deconstruct and reconstruct our curriculum. And people like him are a very good addition to furthering this debate. Mr. Rugendo asked me not to discuss what Frank said. It was my first time to be in an audience where Mr. Gashumba is. So those were my own opinions. Now, Mr. Rugendo asked me to, first of all, ask you to applaud the author of this book. And we can do it by clapping. And maybe you, as a private member of parliament, you are able to influence legislation, which is about democracy. Then you are born in Chiruhura, like where I come from, but you have got a road that can enable you to visit Gulu. So the future that we envision as the youth of this country is to have a place we call home, which is functioning in terms of social services, but also where we are allowed to have dreams and change things. Idi Amin, let me also talk about it. Idi Amin, which is a challenge for the part of our history which we have been sold to, and I will join Frank in that in the campaign to market Idi Amin, because when I was in Rwanda, these Rwandese have got a way of even packaging the bedroom of the former president Habyarimana as a tourist site. We were there and we paid, I think, close to $50 to visit the former state house of President Habyarimana. Then I said, what if in Uganda we had a museum, Idi Amin Museum? How many tourists would we draw to this country? Now, challenges are opportunities. When Idi Amin mismanaged what these guys call Uganda, they had a valid point to go to the bush, and that's why some of them are in government. When we had darkness, Andrew Carnegie and his group invented light, these bulbs, and they saw it. Guys, challenges are just disguised opportunities. I was told that Ugandans don't read. And I was better off as a young person who had started working in buying a Primo or a plot of land in Kampala, and I also start to count myself among a few young people who were working hard. But against the odds, some of my colleagues bought plots of land. Now, I'm glad to report that Ugandans have bought more than 1,200 copies. But I was told in the forums, I'll tell you the results. In case the doctor has not yet advised you to remain seated when they ask you to stand. And it goes like this. If you stop reading, you stop growing. And if you stop growing, you start dying. So it's my wish that all of you can grow and avoid dying. Buy a copy and continue reading. Thank you very much.
Question, please. Question.
Wekiba kikulemye okulwanyisa kivumirire azibulamu nasoma kubeera doctor. Do you know why doctors no longer concentrate on us as patients? Kubanga alina okugenda mu 7 hospitals naye akunayo kati. So my brother did him but doctor nawe wewe kati. Tell the doctor I want you to go from 8:30 up to 6. 20 million. If you can get money for these MPs, how about doctors? When that road is being put up, and what is very important is make sure that the transactions is profitable to the country. Even if you put up the best infrastructures in Uganda, as long as you don't change the mindset of Ugandans, you are wasting your time. They should use these roads for commercial purposes. Sukutambuza kukambo na ndwati. Get a pay. Abasolo genda kumwandike nina Facebook page yange bakita Frank Gashumba. Yebaje hakinzemo kakati kulete kayiki mu bakitemali. Na listing ebintu bya mini the 28 sabi mazeyo byonna. Frank Gashumba. Mujigende kuna na shema na bakitemali. Ndogende ko bitona. Sebo, you talked about, you did ask me about Sheila. Yeah, please do. Please do.
Amini yasige enfuge mbi nnyo etaina dembe n'obu ng'omuntu w'ogambye nti abaana beba era abaana kituufu beba kubanga basitaabwe president alesi balikisitawo balese sente abantu bategade basitawo bagula Amini yali musifuzi walechemaja Amini yagira wano emakerere abaana bambuze guzo toswa kirango lwa chapsa yanyiga bona abaana mwenda n'abasana naye president otesa n'akubiriza kati kwa basumba konna tete bakite sana.
Okay, thank you. Banange musezi civilized tuliziganya. Thank you obuze kibuzo. Amini gwe muyita nti yataba. Tell me one sitting regime etoleratinga abajirwanisi. The Museveni praised her out bebali balwanyisani. Kinga omuntu bagamba obote yata abantu eruwe. Obote was fighting a rebel group in Ruwe. Obri, nkumazi. Ate kwe kwagala n'okubanga oyambadde leero. Tulina omulimu abayero kubakombati ng'ekino kikola okitegeeza. Tulina kwagala. Ono yalinga ngazi nange nali ngabula. Okupa 86 paka 2 gumu. So simple. About my daughter, this is something very unique. I separated with her mom like 9 years ago. Was separating her in P1. My biggest challenge was raising a child. Being a single father, being a to Nairobi, I ended up taking her to a school called Taiba along Road. The advantage with international schools, weekends, children are allowed to come back home. You know, there's nothing that bonds a young girl, a young boy like being together every day. And unfortunately, now in Uganda, so what I created with Sheila, we have a rapport. We talk on each and every subject. We talk a lot. I will say that you can be anything you want to be. But she knows that in my house there is no democracy. She knows that. And I told her, Sheila, no one will love you like me. But when I say something is not subject to debate in this house, as long as I pay school fees, I pay medical insurance, I dress you up, and as long as you still live in my house, you have to go by the rules of this house. When you talk with the students, with young boys, they will open up to you. Sheila zinalija labere loyo. Kubanga mu family sibina mu loyo. Labere pulida. Kati with the time, because I need too close to her, I started realizing that husband is not. Actually, she works for TV. Woman program with a teenager. She started working at the age of 9 on WBS TV. Now, she was in school with you. She had a TV. You know, young girl go there, okay. Now, okay, the Bali Bamocha. Together with WBS. Nenda Bukeda, she had a Bali TV program, but then I can do a better show than those kids on TV. Pretty good reception at WBS. Reception is Namulida. And I said, what? Yes, I can do a better show. Now you see us, come back here on Saturday. What you share your phone with you. Because you get what? She fails. And then you position kids who answer, she fails. This unit 6 syllabus. To preparing her to pass P7 senior 4, senior 6. It does not expose us to our inner beings. Actually, when his or her own ability.